Leela and Rafi grew up in the same mountain village, where life was simple and the days were filled with laughter. They spent their childhood exploring the forests, swimming in the crystal-clear lake, and lying on the grassy hills, watching the stars twinkle in the night sky. As they grew older, their friendship deepened and a quiet love began to bloom between them. Rafi was a dreamer. He loved to gaze at the stars and imagine the world beyond their little village. Leela, on the other hand, was grounded, with her feet firmly planted in the rich soil of their homeland. She was content with her life in the village, with its familiar faces and comforting routines. One night, as they lay side by side on their favorite hill, Rafi turned to Leela and spoke of his dreams. "Leela, I want to see the world. I want to go beyond these mountains and explore what lies on the other side." Leela felt a pang of sadness at the thought of Rafi leaving, but she understood his yearning. "Promise me, Rafi, that no matter where you go, you'll always come back. You'll come back to this hill, under these stars, and we'll watch the night sky together again." Rafi took her hand in his and promised, "I will, Leela, I'll come back to you." The next morning, Rafi left the village to chase his dreams. He traveled far and wide, sending letters to Leela filled with stories of the places he had seen and the people he had met. Each letter was a reminder of his promise, a thread that kept them connected despite the distance. Years passed, and the village changed with time, but Leela remained the same, waiting for Rafi's return. She often sat on the hill alone, looking up at the stars and holding on to the hope that Rafi would come back to her. One day, a letter arrived, but it was not from Rafi. It was from a friend who had been traveling with him. The letter told of an accident in a distant land, of how Rafi had saved someone's life, but lost his own in the process. Leela's heart broke as she read the words, a world shattering like the night sky on a stormy night. That evening, Leela went to the hill, tears streaming down her face. She looked up at the stars, feeling the weight of Rafi's absence. But as she sat there, she remembered his promise. She realized that Rafi was not gone, he was with her. In the stars, in the wind that whispered through the trees, in the memories they had shared. Leela made a new promise to herself. She would live a life filled with love and kindness, just as Rafi had. She would carry his spirit with her, in everything she did, and she would never let the sadness of his loss overshadow the joy of the life they had shared. Years later, when people spoke of Leela, they talked of her strength, her warmth, and the way she lit up a room with her smile. She had kept Rafi's promise alive, in her heart and in the way she lived her life. And every night, as the stars came out, she would sit on the hill and feel Rafi's presence beside her, knowing that he had kept his promise too. Moral of the story: keeping promises. Even when life takes unexpected turns, keeping promises made to loved ones can bring comfort and strength. Enduring love. True love transcends time and distance, remaining in our hearts even after a loved one is gone. Living with purpose. Honoring the memory of those we've lost by living a life full of love and kindness is the greatest tribute we can offer. Vocabulary. 1. Quaint. Attractively old-fashioned or charmingly unusual. The village was quaint, with its cobblestone streets and wooden cottages. 2. Yearning. A deep longing or desire. Rafi had a yearning to explore the world beyond the mountains. 3. Pang. A sudden, sharp feeling of pain or emotion. Leela felt a pang of sadness when Rafi spoke of leaving. 4. Thread. A thin, continuous line. Metaphorically, something that connects or ties people together. The letters were a thread that kept Leela and Rafi connected. 5. Shattering. Breaking into many pieces. Metaphorically, causing great emotional pain. Leela's heart was shattering as she read the letter about Rafi. Smash that sub button and stick with us for more awesome videos. Thank you for watching and listening. Your support truly means the world to me. I hope you found the content enjoyable and engaging. I'm excited to continue this journey with you and share even more in the future.